Hello everyone. So today our group will present our mini project for plant physiology. So the aim is to investigate the response of plant growth towards different types of fertilizers application. So for this mini project, we have chosen bok choy, also known as Brassica rapa. So it is a sweet Chinese cabbage characterized by loose clusters of green leaves as well as its thick and pale stalks. The reason we chose bok choy is because bok choy is a remarkably fast growing plant, typically ready to harvest between 30 to 60 days. And to maximize these benefits, we must first understand these four primary environmental variables that will influence the physiological performances. And first of all will be moisture. Moisture is essential for nutrient uptake and maintaining the turgor pressure for the structural integrity of the plant. And secondly, we have to look at temperature. Since bok choy is a cool season crop, it usually thrives between 15 and 21 degrees Celsius. If the temperature is too high, this can lead to premature flowering, and if the temperature is too low, this will eventually lead to stunted growth. And third, we have to highlight sunlight. Sunlight is important because it is the primary driver for photosynthesis, and with good sunlight, we can ensure efficient carbon fixation. And lastly, we have to look at the nutrients. Nutrients will determine the rate of cell division and leaf expansion. Without proper minerals, the plant simply cannot synthesize the enzymes that it needs for metabolic survival. So in this study, we are looking at two fertilizer sources. First is organic sources such as manure and compost, and secondly, inorganic sources which are synthetically manufactured through processes like the Haber-Bosch method. While their effects differ, they both share the goal of enhancing soil fertility and maximizing crop yield.
Next, I would like to explain the objective of our project. The main objective of this study is to evaluate the effects of fertilizer applications, specifically nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, on the growth and development of bok choy. More specifically, this project aims to examine how these fertilizers influence several growth parameters of bok choy, including plant height, leaf production, and dry weight. In addition, this study seeks to identify the most suitable type and fertilizer that can promote optimal bok choy growth and development. Overall, the findings from this project are expected to provide useful reference information for future studies related to fertilizer application and its effects on plant growth and development.
Table 1 shows the control group TO, the plant height increased slightly from week 1 to week 2, but then gradually decreased by week 4. This shows limited growth without fertilizer. For organic fertilizer, T1, the plant showed good growth from week 1 to week 3. However, there was a sharp decrease in plant height in week 4, which may be due to environmental stress or nutrient imbalance. For inorganic fertilizer, T2, the plant showed a consistent increase in height from week 1 until week 4. This indicates that inorganic fertilizer promoted the best plant height growth among all treatments. The conclusion is, average height of the plant for all of the three treatments were decreased by week.
For table 2, average number of leaf, this table shows the average number of leaf produced by the plants each week. For T0 control, the number of leaf decreased every week, indicating poor growth. For T1 organic fertilizer, the number of leaf was high in week 1, but gradually decreased over time. For T2 inorganic fertilizer, the plants consistently had the highest number of leaf in all week, although there was a slight decrease. The conclusion, the average number of leaf for all of the three treatments were decreased by week.
Next is average fresh weight of plant. Next, average fresh weight of plants at the end of week 4. The control treatment T0 had an average fresh weight of 1.56 gram. The organic fertilizer treatment T1 showed a slightly higher fresh weight of 1.62 gram. Once again, the inorganic fertilizer treatment T2 recorded the highest fresh weight, which is 2.64 gram. This suggests that inorganic fertilizer was more effective in increasing plant biomass compared to organic fertilizer and no fertilizer.
During the first week, we moved all the successfully germinated seeds into polybags. The polybags were arranged according to the treatment labels and placed under the shading net. We also irrigated the plants daily, applied fertilizer once a week, and collected the data at the end of the week.
On week 2, in control, the seedlings show early true leaf growth and slightly elongated learning stem. In organic fertilizer, the seedlings show early true leaf growth and slightly elongated learning stem. In organic fertilizer, some seedlings start showing leaf damage because worms were feeding on their leaf, which may have reduced photosynthesis. The soil medium remained moist and there was no visible fungi contamination, while pest contamination was detected.
In the third week, further development had been observed. Seedlings and plants acting as the control were already eaten by insects, causing a reduction in dry mass, height, the total number of leaves attached, and the average leaf area. The plants with the organic fertilizer had mostly shown a noticeable increase in height and the number of leaves when compared to the control. However, just like DA control, some of the seedlings had also been eaten by pests. As for the ones with the inorganic fertilizer, most of the seedlings and plants had its height and the number of leaves attached increased. It is also important to mention that the soil medium remained moist and that no fungal contamination was visible. Instead, pest contamination was detected. So to summarize, both the inorganic and organic fertilizer treatment had shown an increment in height and the number of leaves, whereas the controlled plants had a reduction in the previously mentioned changes, with its fresh weight decreased due to the presence of pests, including snails.
Hello everyone. For week 4, all plants were watered evenly using clean water until the soil was moist but not waterlogged. This was done for all treatment, including the control organic fertilizer and inorganic fertilizer, to maintain consistent conditions. Next, organic fertilizer was applied around the base of the plant according to the recommended amount and then watered to help nutrient absorption. Inorganic fertilizer was applied using the correct dosage. For the control treatment, no fertilizer was applied. After that, measuring plant growth, plant height was measured from the soil surface to the tip of the plant using a ruler. The number of leaves was counted manually. Based on the observation in week 4, most plants showed very low height with fewer than 2 leaves, and many leaves were damaged or eaten by bees. Next, all measurements were recorded in a data table. In week 4, the leaf area and fresh weight were very low and several seedlings died due to severe snail infestation. This observation indicates a clear decline in plant growth across all treatments. In conclusion, although watering and fertilizing were carried out properly in week 4, pest infestation significantly affected plant growth and the data collected. Thank you.
In conclusion, this experiment demonstrated that fertilizer application significantly impacts the growth and development of bok choy, or scientifically known as Brassica chinensis. The results supported the objective by showing that treatment 2, which is inorganic fertilizer, provided the most effective growth response in terms of height, leaf production, and leaf area. Proper nutrient management is essential for maximizing plant productivity while ensuring plant health.